Hey guys, this is StoneyTechTalk. Today I'm doing a tutorial on how to fix the most common error with the E3 flasher, and that is not installing the NOR clip correctly. Either that or over time it has uplifted itself from the NOR flash. So to start this tutorial, first of all you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, just like so. You're also going to need for the security screws a torque screwdriver, although in my case I'm using a very small flathead screwdriver. And you're also going to need a bowl to hold all the screws you're going to collect, and you're also going to need a bourbon or something to calm the nerves a bit. No, just kidding guys. Basically let's start off. I'm going to flip this PlayStation over. Okay, so I'm pretty confident with this one. I've pulled it apart about let's say 30 plus times. First of all I'm going to do this, undo the screwdriver here. You know what guys, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use a power drill. Okay, is it? No, that was silly, wasn't it? Can't use the power drill on this one. Alright, there's our first screw for the hard drive holder. Okay, I'm going to take these torque screws out now. So there's 3 of those in the front here. This won't take us on this tutorial. Pretty much the total time of this would be, someone that's pulled a PlayStation apart a few times, would be about half an hour. For the amateur, I'd allow at least an hour to 2 hours for an amateur, you know, because you want to take a bit of care. This one's been pulled apart many times, so I'm just going to zip through it as quick as I can. No, this one here, this one. Grab your little flat screwdriver, pop off all these tabs, and you're going to go through with your Phillips head in a minute and undo them. One more over here. Pretty much done. I'm going to use a cordless. So turn the speed up on this cordless. Let's just do slow. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay, one lucky last one left. Okay, now comes the fun part, pulling this part. Might be a good idea to pull the front of the E3 flasher off. Oh, there we go. It's went flying. And look what's happened, I've lost my micros. Okay. Alright, continuing on. Pop that back in. Flip her over. This is the fun part. Off comes the lid. Looking nice under there, a little bit dusty. This one's been cleaned recently, so it's not going to be anywhere near as dusty as yours will probably be. So let's undo the power clip there. Got another clip over this side. You're going to undo that clip. Alright, we've got a few more screws to undo here. There's a screw there. Now honestly, do not use a power tool to do this. You should be using nothing but good old hand manual screwdrivers because it just gets a little bit too. I'm going to use a magnet on this side because if you haven't got a magnetised screwdriver like I don't, it does become a nightmare. Right, there's another one. Okay, look, I can safely pull this power supply out now. And look, one comes out reasonably easy. There we go, this is going to open up a few more options here. I'm going to also pull the front off. Right, leave that dangling there. I'm going to pull these aerials off too while I'm here, because they need to go as well. Just remember where all your screws go. If you want, pause to re-put this back together, play it in reverse, pause it when you need to, and so on. Look at that, that's why you need a magnetised screwdriver, because these little ones are completely annoying. Okay, look, got some clips here, so we're going to pull this clip out. Simply just push that little brown thing up, and this will free the ribbon cable. There we go, ribbon cable's free. So I'm going to disconnect this too while I'm here. This will all go together really easy. You won't believe it how easy it is to put it all back together. Now it's time to lift the Blu-ray drive up. I think we want to take this off first. Someone's giving me a nightmare. Oh, look at that. There's a hidden one back there. Forgot about that one. It always gets me. Sometimes I forget to put it back in. No, just kidding. Alright, look how simple that was. Disconnect this while we're there. Look, see, I've used duct tape. Disconnect your Bluetooth and wireless. Just remember the... look, it doesn't really matter which one goes where. If you have any troubles, just refer back to this tutorial. Alright, forgot to mention you're going to need a place to put all your parts that you're pulling off. At the moment I'm just using a spare chair. Alright, there it goes. Beautiful. Now look, as you can see, I done some mods right here. Earlier when I had my Teensy Plus Plus in here, I had to carve out a bit of the metal just to fit it in. And I also carved a little hole in the front. You might be able to see there, which is just here. Anyway, that was a silly exercise using that. Let's pull this out now. Put that aside. Right, now let's go. From now on, it's just a couple more screws. Got a couple in the front here. There's one. Oopsie. Well, it's going inside, that's no good. I'll find that later. Like I said earlier, putting it back together is not that hard at all. Okay, just keep looking. Doesn't appear to be any more. Seems like I'm up. There's a nice little black one right there. Alright. Alright, we all ready for the finale. Probably should pull this PS3 flasher out now and disconnect the clip. Might need a bit of help. Still pulling this E3 flasher out. There's a little clip. You're gonna use your flat blade screwdriver. Now it slides. Simple as that. There's my E3 flasher. I'm good. Put that aside. Now, if you're wondering if you can take the E3 flasher out and the console still work, and you can put the hard drive back in, as long as you completely remove everything and you've successfully upgraded to the latest firmware, your console will run without the E3 flasher. Okay, now we've got a few more screws on the back here, and then we're pretty much coming towards the end of this tutorial. Basically, I'm going to undo these four here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this will release a bit of pressure on the processor and the video chip. I can't really think about it. I'm not really trying to think. Basically, there you go. That's number one. Now, the next part does get a little bit tricky because you've got some silver paste, or you might have some kind of other paste. I don't know if you've pulled yours apart, but most of the time it's just a standard silver paste. Look, I've got a couple more on the top here that I should have pulled out. That's it. If you're having some trouble pulling it apart, just look around for those little arrows that indicate where there's a screw. That will need to be pulled out. And don't be silly like I was. Do not use any sort of cordless drill. It's just silly. It's simple enough to use a normal screwdriver. Alright. I do not recommend doing this if you are not responsible for your PlayStation. So if mummy or daddy has bought your PlayStation, do not pull it apart. Okay, well look, I think I've got all the screws out. It's time to do the simple process. Pulling that off. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder. We'll set that aside. Try not to touch anything there. You do run the risk of shorting out your chips. There's also good practice to earth yourself out prior to touching anything electronic. Any good computer technician would also agree with that. Basically, there we go. Well, look, there's our PlayStation's board, like so. Right, and this is what I suspect's done. See what I've done? I've taped up my ribbon cable to protect it. I've secured it down here because it does get a bit crinkled and that, and you want to keep that as basically as perfect and straight as possible. Also, what I'm suspecting that the tape has lifted a little bit and it's let the NOR clip come off the NOR chip. In this process, I'm probably going to replace some of my silver paste as it looks a little bit dry over here. Basically, you need clean rubbing alcohol or simple methylated spirits will do to clean that silver paste off, and then you will need to reapply. If you do not reapply, there will not be a good enough contact between your heatsink and your chip, and you will get yellow light of death. Just a friendly reminder. Okay, basically I'm going to simply lift this up, this tape, make sure that I've got proper, secure. And if it has lifted, you will hear it click, which I'm not hearing nothing. Ah, there we go. Got a slight little click. Now on my particular board, not too sure if you can see that, I do have some sort of, looks like a couple of diodes or some sort in the way of the clip, and it is making it a little bit difficult to get the clip flush on the board. Just give it a couple of firm presses and everything should be fine after that. Alright, basically we are done. Here I'm going to re-put my tape back on. Now if you're worried that this hasn't worked, you can do a semi reconstruction of the PlayStation. Do a quick test, make sure it is working prior to putting it completely back together. Alright then, that concludes this short little tutorial. I'm not going to do a video tutorial on putting it together. Basically I just wanted to show you that this needs to be put on securely, and make sure you secure that with some sort of tape. I've used duct tape in this instance. They recommend cello tape or anything like that. Basically, reason why I think they say cello tape is because it doesn't hold as much heat in, but you know, this has worked for me. My chip's working fine. I've been playing it solid on MW3 since it's come out. Basically there we go. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe.